Morning, the country is still reeling from these images of clashes in Virginia on Saturday between white nationalists and counter-protesters. The deadly clash in Virginia also leading to other protests all around the country. Now, this was actually the scene in Seattle as police prevented counter-protesters from marching at a pro-Trump rally. Ryan Elijah is standing by with Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy to talk more about this weekend's events. Ryan?
Yeah, Bob, thanks. Good morning, Congresswoman. Thanks for coming in. Great to see you this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So, when we talk even last week about what we're going to talk about, things can change quickly with the cycle of events. I know you put a tweet out condemning this. What is your take on this that unfortunately we see more and more often?
Well, I believe that while I believe in freedom of speech, I think that speech that incites violence isn't free speech, it's hate speech. And we need to condemn hate speech whenever we see it. We're a country that's built on values and equality, and I think this is a dangerous direction to see us going in.
Is it important to have leadership, be it at the local level, at the national level as president, to calm some of these fears when on social media these fears get stoked? We see this video more often.
Absolutely. Leadership matters. So do words. Words matter. And so we're looking in times of unrest like this to our leaders for the words to help bring us together, unify us, and move us forward in a way that's positive and constructive.
I want to talk about North Korea. This obviously a big situation. You're part of a caucus, and the leader, the co-chair of that in the Democratic caucus. When you look at North Korea and you look at the way things have gone, are you concerned?
Yes, I'm co-chair of the National Security Task Force for the Democratic Party, and I am very concerned with my experience in the Department of Defense and understanding the way that how dangerous this situation is. I'm very concerned about the ratcheting levels of rhetoric. I really believe that we need to be focused on diplomatic efforts and be pressuring our partners in the region as well as working with our allies to ensure that this situation doesn't get out of hand.
Some will say you've got a leader in Kim Jong-un that is throwing these threats out there. You have to draw a line in the sand. Where do you draw that line of standing up for yourself without maybe setting him off even more?
I think it's really dangerous to draw red lines in the sand, and we've seen that before, particularly when you're talking about nuclear issues. I think that we have to very aggressively push back against North Korea's illegal, dangerous, and destabilizing activities in the region, but we do that through diplomatic channels, and we do that through sanctions, like the sanctions bill that Congress just passed before August's work period. We need to be able to implement on those things. Those are the tools of national power, and we need to be doing that, not using our Twitter accounts.
I want to finish with this. We talked a little bit in the break. You had dinner with a small group of people with the president not that long ago. What was his take? Is he different than what we see? And I know he was talking about bipartisan efforts.
You know, I think it was an opportunity to talk about things that are interesting to my constituents, tax reform, infrastructure, and I've always said that when it comes to the issues that are important to my constituents, I'll work with anybody that I can in order to advance their interests, whether that means across the aisle or with the administration.
Whether you agree or not, important to get in the same room and share ideas, correct?
Yes, we have to have civil discourse in this country in order for us to move forward.
6 months in, enjoying your new job?
I am. I'm honored to represent the people of Florida's 7th Congressional District, and really excited that we've been able to deliver on passing a small business bill out of the House that would increase capital to small business owners. We've also been able to, at the local level, listen to our constituents and respond to their needs, helping them through the federal bureaucracy. We've recouped over $300,000 in federal benefits for our veterans and our seniors and other constituents in the area. So really excited about being able to deliver for my constituents.
Appreciate you coming in. I know you've got a busy next month before you get back to Washington. Congresswoman Murphy, thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, Amy, back to you.